Hey again, everybody. Well, it finally happened, exactly what I expected would happen. Liam Stops Tinnitus has accused me and everybody in the tinnitus talks community of being mentally ill because we don't agree with his theories and methods. Um, I have a feeling that this thing's going to drag on for a while, and the fact that kind of gave me the final push towards making this kind of expose of this guy is Susan Shore's research. Um, First and foremost, I like to say, if he cares so much about his clients, why does he charge such insane amounts of money for his course? Um, I recently received an email. By recently, I mean like a month ago, from his automatic spam messaging system, that he has tripled the. I think it was. Yeah, I think he tripled the price of his ludicrous courses. I think they're about $700 now. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to fact check that. But anyways, and his reason for raising the price was because there was no reason of it. I think he did say something about like, oh, I raised the price of this course because it's the only course. It's the only thing that'll help you. It's the only thing that'll help you. Yeah, that's the thing that scammers always say. My everything else doesn't work. My course is what works. Um, I'm really happy actually that there's a lot of new research going on right now and results that will eventually put, people like this out of business. Um, so let me gather my thoughts here and I'm going to kind of give an in-depth analysis of this. So, firstly, Liam and his crazy fans claim that over 30,000 people are mentally ill, including me, because we don't agree with his garbage. Number two, he can't provide me with any evidence other than "I told you so," and "because this" and "because that." Sending the same recycled success stories over and over again. One of which was actually a man with salicylate-induced tinnitus, who, guess what, stopped eating foods with it, and it went away. That's kind of how it works. And he claimed that this was because of his course. Um, Most of the success stories that I've seen from him, well, I mean, obviously, like I said previously, they're just repeated information over and over again. They have been the same ones for the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 years maybe. Um, he claims that he's helped so many people with chronic tinnitus, who've had it for years and years and years. Um, Except none of the people in his success stories, his official success stories, are like this. Plus, like, you have to take into account placebo. Tinnitus is a subjective condition. Only we can hear it. Only we know how loud it is. And if somebody has massive anxiety issues, like extreme anxiety issues, they hear their tinnitus and they just start panicking, and of course, it creates a lot of suffering. And these people need a lifestyle change. Yes, they need a lifestyle change. They need to get their life under control. They need to do cognitive behavioral therapy for their anxiety. Um, However, for more severe cases like me or other people, I'm lucky enough to have gotten better on my own, with time, which is actually what most of the people who get better with Liam's course have happened to them, and they, of course, give credit to Liam for this. Same thing happened with Jaster Boff and Ben Thompson. All of these guys, they claim responsibility for curing the tinnitus, even though it kind of goes away on its own. Um, Okay, not to make this video too long, I'm going to briefly explain why tinnitus goes away on its own. So as I've mentioned in the previous video, we have something called potassium channels. Potassium channels are responsible for dampening excitatory signals in the brain. So we need this for the heart, for the eyes, just everything, lots and lots of things, the auditory system as well. And when somebody gets exposed to loud noise, for example, or whiplash or anything other like this, they, to put it simply, these potassium channels, these nerves in the brainstem, they glitch out, they go crazy, and some people, actually, I would say most people, when this happens to them, over a long period of time, these potassium channels eventually go back to normal. Um, some other people are not so lucky. their potassium channels stay closed, and they continuously just damage their nervous system. Their, I don't want to say hearing because it's not technically hearing; it's technically the brainstem. They just damage it more and more and more, and this keeps just growing and growing and growing. And you have people like Liam stops tinnitus who say that these people are mentally ill because eating meat doesn't cure their tinnitus. Eating meat doesn't cure any tinnitus, any carnivore diet. Another thing he mentioned was mouth breathing. I have no, like, breathing through the mouth. Okay. What else? Avoiding purple light. I don't know what that means. I guess it means like literally what it means. Yeah. So if I shine a blue laser at you, I guess your tinnitus will spike. Now, to address some of the things that a lot of people, to address some of the things that a lot of people have been telling me, and they've been supposedly telling me that there's no cure. You're saying that there's no cure for tinnitus. Yeah. At this current moment, right now, there is no cure for tinnitus. There is no medically proved, science-backed cure for tinnitus. Now, some people argue that, lifestyle changes, yes, getting your life under control, getting your diet under control, avoiding foods that could potentially spike you. I agree. Yes, this should be done. But for more severe cases like I was and other people, these factors are just insignificant. They're insignificant. They don't matter because, drinking coffee for somebody who has 20 noises in his head at talking volume is not going to do anything. A person who has a milder form of tinnitus. Now, I'm not downplaying mild tinnitus. I know that mild tinnitus is also very serious, and a lot of people have insane, reactions and anxiety to it. I'm not downplaying it in any way. It's also a very serious condition. Most mild forms of tinnitus, they do go away with time because of the recovery of the potassium channels and other factors. If we're talking about Meniere's disease, or like some mechanical causes of tinnitus, like TMJ, etc., um, about Meniere's disease, there are some drugs like Epsilon and HPN07 that have been tested and successfully tested to reduce tinnitus in these cases. If we talk about some other forms of tinnitus, like mechanical tinnitus, like earwax, or the stapes in your ear, they're getting destroyed or something. I have to say that I do not know if the Susan Shore device or the Zen 1101 will actually work for them. I would assume they would because the dorsal cochlear nucleus in the brainstem, it's the main driving factor behind noise-induced tinnitus, and I would assume that this hyperactivity caused by some mechanical excitation is also due to this reason. So, um, now I'm not saying it for this is like a cure or anything like that. It's just something to look forward to in the future. So stay strong, stay strong. I'd like to return back to the Liam stops tinnitus thing. This is a direct. I'm addressing you directly, Liam. I can tell that you're going into full damage control mode because nobody who has had a large following, well, I wouldn't say large, but an influential following, has ever called you out before. And it's been very easy for you to just block them and remove them from your just your little tiny little world of scams. Now, for the people that have been helped by him, I'm glad that you think that you were helped by his course. Um, I'm sorry to say, but you weren't. Um, Eating healthy does not fix neural hyperactivity in the brainstem. It does not. Certainly, it can make you feel better. It can make you just have more energy and just everything. So, positive lifestyle changes are definitely something that should be done. Back to Liam. Do you really think that calling me mentally ill, um, mentally disturbed, just because I don't agree with your bullshit? I've provided numerous facts and numerous information to validate my claims. What information do you provide? Oh, you don't agree with me? You're mentally disturbed. Um, this is so because I said so. Yeah? Only my course works because I said so. That's not valid information. You have to give facts. You can't just base an entire course on anecdotal cases. It doesn't work like that. If you really, truly, truly want to prove the validity of your methods, I would be very glad to sponsor a double-blinded placebo controlled trial with participants to practice your theory and see if it works. So yeah, if you're interested in doing this, which you probably will not be because you probably deep down in your deranged mind, you probably know that your information is bullshit. Um, if you're ready to do this, then go ahead. I'll sponsor it all. See you guys later. Wait for updates in the future.